Near the end of last school year, that is the 2021-2022 school year, a principal in the state of Montana had a decision to make. Was he going to follow the law or not? Now, it wasn't a law like you might be thinking of. He wasn't trying to figure out if he was going to obey some kind of law about school safety or some kind of compliance with an accreditation board. No, instead, the principal had to deal with a decision about horses. You see, 12 students decided to ride horses to school one day. And there's a very old law still on the books in the state of Montana that basically states that if a certain number of students bring horses to school, it's the job of the school administrator to care for and feed the horses throughout the day. And so the principal had a decision to make. Would he follow the law or just treat it as nothing? Now, to his credit, the school district released a statement that he had his work cut out for him, and so far as I can tell, he at least made some effort to care for the animals because it was a neat little play by these students. Now, that was a humorous story, but it illustrates a much bigger issue for many people. A lot of people, even some who claim to love God, look at the Bible as filled with just a bunch of outdated rules that just don't apply anymore, that I just don't want to follow anymore. If they see something that God has said and I just don't want to follow it, I either ignore it or I try to explain it away as outdated, irrelevant for our modern times. But God's law is still God's law. While we're grateful for His grace when we fail to obey, we're not to disregard His law as unimportant or outdated or not applicable to my life. His rules for our lives are meant to be lived out across the board, not changed to suit what I just might want. Now, we may wonder about some of the commandments of God, but we must trust that He, as the only one who is all-knowing and almighty, as well as all good, knows what is best for us. So we humbly obey, even if it means we have our work cut out for us. And so today, and every day, let's keep our central focus on seeking to please God by being humble enough to obey His commandments. The effort is worth it in this life and in eternity.